disclaimer, I picked this weekend to move house, so I've been lugging boxes and everything around, but I got a quick story to tell. I got an IMO, which I learned from our favourite June Klein here. An IMO is an idiot moment. So I was leaving my last house and I put my set of keys in the car. And we have what is almost a stray cat. She's an outdoor cat. We never know when she's going to come back. So I was making the last trip from the house, and the cat's sitting at the front door. Oh yeah, we better grab her quick. So we grabbed her, put her in the car, and went in and finished the cleaning, and then there we come. We come back out to the car, and the car's locked. The cat, there was a fly in the car, and the cat was chasing the fly in the car, and it stepped on the lock and it locked the door. So here we are standing there, and we call the roadside assistance, an hour and a half to 2 hours. So, oh jeez, we don't want to do that. So, I wonder if the emergency services come out. We've got a cat locked in the car. So we call them and say, I don't know if you deal with any of this kind of stuff, but my cat's locked in the car. And, well, within 5 minutes, the fire brigade is coming around down the street, and all eager to come out. What's your emergency? I'm like, oh, I feel stupid. My cat's locked in the car. It locked the door. It stepped on the thing. So, needless to say, I was extremely embarrassed. But I got my 2 hours, and I got my cat back as well. We were able to move on. Anyway, so the moral of that story, and I'm leading into that, is who was the authority in that situation? Well, the cat had all the control, and the cat was the authority. So
were you Cat Jack?
So what I want to talk about today is being the authority in your business with Elevacity here, and I want to talk about the profit cycle. Anybody want to make some profit with this business? Yeah. All right, well, we've got, I guess you can't see the top one, it's off the screen a little bit. But the first one is pitch, and I've got 5 different things here that you need to make a profit in your business. The first one is pitch. And I think it doesn't matter whether it's a direct selling business like Elevacity, or whether it's your brick and mortar, or whatever other business that you do, you've got to have a pitch. You've got to be able to explain to people what you do. And I think with Elevacity, we see that they have all the tools, all the videos, everything that we need to make sure that we are pitch perfect. Everybody's got a story to tell, like Craig was saying. It's all about the story and being able to tell that story and have somebody else be inspired by your story and what you do. Okay? So that is the pitch. The next one is publish. This is where most people drop the ball, I think, when it comes to business. If you're not publishing what you're doing, and you can go individually, person by person, and connect, like Myra will talk about soon, is connect with people 1v1. But you want to connect with as many people as possible rather than just doing it 1v1. So any message that you can get out on a platform that's going to hit more than one person, whether it's speaking in front of a room, or whether it's a video or something else. Again, we've got videos that can be published as well that people can see. You've got to publish. You've got to get your message out to more than one person at a time if you really want to grow. Then we've got produce. Now this is a kind of generic slide. This can either mean a product or a service. And I think by hearing Robert talking about the products today, can we all agree that we've got some pretty astounding products here with Elevacity? Well, you have to have a product that's going to be really good. If your product isn't very good, then nobody's going to want to join, or nobody's going to want to follow you. So you have to lead with the product. Everything breaks down if the product doesn't work. And as tired as I am from moving, I had that cup of coffee, and I'm wired. I'm wide awake now, and I love it. That was my first cup. I really loved it. I can't wait to see what the rest of the products are like. And with any business, with any network marketing business, you always want to use all the products yourself. You want to be a testimony so that you have that story. So, if I only did the coffee or like the coffee, then, I'm only going to sell the coffee. And that's going to be my driver for the business. This coffee is really great, I really love it. Well, there's another 5, 6 products, however many products there are, that somebody else might have a relation to. They might want the anti-aging. They might want the meridian, So we always want to do the products and get as many products as we can. Number 4 is profile. Now this is where Craig and I have helped a lot with people in their business, is building their profile. People want to follow a leader, and they want to do business with leaders. They want to feel part of something. And the way that you build your profile is by seeing on established properties such as like ABC, NBC, CBS, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube. These all have authority as it is. So you want to be seen on these kinds of platforms that gives you the self-belief to go out and talk to other people. You can share on an authority platform that, I've been seen in the newspaper, I've been talking about this product, on ABC and one of those platforms. It gives you a little bit more belief in yourself and the product that somebody else is talking about you on your behalf. And that's the third-party recognition. Now, once you have all these, once you got your pitch down and you're published and you got a great product or service and you build your profile, that's when people want to start joining you. And you tell your story over and over, and eventually it's the partnership. People want to say, well, Sandy, you have this new lease of life, you've got this new energy, what are you doing? June, you've lost a great deal of weight over the last year and a half. What are you doing? People want to know, and that's how you get people involved in the business, and that's when the partnerships happen, when you've raised your profile. But none of these things happen unless you've got the pitch down, you've published yourself so people know that you're out there and you're doing something, you've got products that work, and then you build your profile by being seen as much as possible, and that's where the partnership comes in. And ultimately, this is a business of partnership where we are building teams, and the more your teams believe in you and themselves, the greater it's going to be for them. So I want to talk a little bit about personal branding. Does anybody know who Dan Kennedy is? He is one of the top direct response salespeople in the world, master copywriter, and he says, the simple truth is, if you aren't deliberately, systematically, methodically, or rapidly and dramatically establishing yourself as a celebrity, at least to your clientele and target market, you're asleep at the wheel, ignoring what is fueling the entire economy around you and neglecting development of a measurably valuable asset. So this is all about personal branding. It's all about believing in you and raising your own profile so that you have the confidence to go, whether you're sitting down next to somebody 1v1 or you're on a platform that's you've got other people that have authority speaking in your behalf. It's all about personal branding and building yourself and building that belief, and ultimately that's what's going to attract people to you and want them to follow you into your business and do what you want to do. So it's all about that personal branding. Now, I got a few myths here about being an authority or an expert. There's a few things that people believe, which is misinformation, really. First of all, in order to be an authority, you just call yourself an authority. Well, my background is in internet marketing, and we see that all the time. People make these videos with their flashy cars and their money and their big houses and everything, and they're basically calling themselves an authority, which is fine, and that worked for a while, but I don't think it works anymore. People want to hear not from the person, that they want to hear that third-party recognition, somebody else talking about you on your behalf. So that was the first one. Secondly, you have to know everything to be an authority. That is not true either. You just have to show that you are an educator and an advocate, and you're willing to help